Good morning everyone. Today we're going to do a little brief tutorial on how to do fabric beads. Now some of you may already know, and maybe this will give you some ideas, and maybe it'll just be a review for you. But I thought I'd do it anyway just for fun. So here's a selection of different beads. They're done with fabric as well as paper. I do a lot of my paper beads with painted paper towel. So this gives you a bit of an idea. So I'm going to clear these away. I'm going to come back in just a minute with all of the supplies that we'll need for this workshop. You'll need some fabric scraps for this class. You'll need some kind of glitter, or I have this particular glitter paint, but you don't have to have this brand. Whatever you have handy is fine. Some plastic straws. They're going to be cut into small sections. And some type of fabric glue or whatever glue that you have handy, and I have some toothpicks. So I'll be right back and we'll get started. I have a fabric strip. It's about 1.5 inches wide, and this side has already been frayed because I must have ripped it at one point, but this side isn't. So I want to make sure that I fray this side. So I'm just going to take a little snip and then I'm going to rip it down. This gives me the frayed edges on both sides. I'll just clean it up a little bit. Then I'm going to snip it again because I really don't need this big a piece, and rip it. Again, clean it up on the edges. And then I'm going to get my glue and put a tiny bit on this end and a tiny bit on the other end. You want it quite close to the edge because you want to make sure it adheres to the piece of straw that you have. And I'll put my straw in there, and all you're going to do is roll it. Make sure the ends are adhered well. And there you have your fabric straw, or pardon me, fabric bead. Once you have a selection of your fabric beads made, you'll want to wrap it with different fibers. And I'm just going to show you a little selection here of what I would use. This is one that I have a little bit of. And there's another one here. It's nice and sparkly. I'll put it out there. So that would be a good one to use. This is another, again, you'll pick the colors that you want in it. This is another one. It's got little clumpies on it, and it's also got some sparkle. And this is another fuzzy one, quite a fuzzy one, in the color that I like. You can combine them. You can just put one individual one around. It's totally up to you. So I have a little selection that I've cut here, and I'm going to go through what I want. I think I'd like a little bit of a contrasting color. So I'm going to cut my strip. Again, this is just however you would like, whatever length you would like. And you're going to wrap it around the bead. And then you're going to tie it there's one of your beads. And I'm going to do another one. I think I like this. I'm into chartreuse these days, so I think I'll keep it longer. These can be as fuzzy or however really you want. Again, I'm tying it. There's a real fuzzy one. So there's a couple, and there's another couple that I've done here, just to give you an idea. And I'll get my jar out, and there's all kinds of different ones here. Sometimes I use the 2 fibers, sometimes there's just one. It just depends on how I feel that day. And then the last thing that you might like to do, now to add a little bit of glitz to your beads, I'm just dipping my paintbrush into some of my glitter paint and just stroking it on here or painting it on in various spots, dabbing it. I'm not getting too fussy here, whatever. And then all you do is leave those to dry, and you've got your fabric bead.